I don't want to be with you because I don't like your hair. Like, you understand? You don't tell somebody that. You understand? You just, I guess, just don't be with them. Going back in the day, if I was dating a woman and she had like a lot of makeup on, I tell her, I could see myself telling like, I need to see what you look like without the makeup on. If she had weave in her hair, a certain type of wore hair, certain type of style, I need to see what your hair look like by itself. That's just the way it is. That's the,
so
I mean.
Do women need to start carrying around like two backup pictures in their phone? Like, all right, this is me with makeup and this is me without makeup. Is that cool?
I think you do what you want, but I think men need to just start asking the question.
I think so.
What do you look like? What do you look like without the makeup on? You know, this. Why not? This is your life you're dealing with. Like,
you're right.
This is your life you're dealing with. Like, you got to make sure you're making the right decision. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I don't see what the problem is with that. And it just seems like it's so easy for a woman to just ask all the questions she want to ask. You understand what I'm saying?
Right off the top.
Right off the top. So why not do the same thing? Off the top.
So you mean to tell me you think we can just go on dates and ask for the full natural look? Like, all right, what do you look like without all this makeup, without the weave? And hey, do you have any butt pads in? Is that all right? Butt pads. You got it. Okay. I want to see without all that. But do you have a picture with that?
Before you start falling, yeah. Before you start falling deep, you need to do that. And
okay,
if she can't do that
on a first date.
Huh?
I said, and that doesn't have to come on the first date. That could be like the second date, third date. Does that need to be like right from the top? That
you know what?
Date one, right?
I want to try to like talk from things I know, and I can't really remember when, but I can tell you it just has to come up. Like, before you get real intimate, I don't know, but it gotta come up.
Day. We should be intimate the first day, so we need to get that off. We need to get that out the way right away.
Not the first day. Before you know what? Before you start to say, you know what? I think I can take this person. No. Here it is, X. Before you start to say, I think I could take this person serious and spend the rest of my life with them. That's when you need to start saying, all right, what are the things that I'm probably not gonna like? Like, you understand, over time, things that might bother me over time. You know what? I want to see something real quick. Show me what your hair look like. Like, if you're that vain, like, you understand, if you're that vain, show me what your hair look like. All right, cool. You understand? Because I don't know, it's just weird, man. When you want to know that you're dealing with somebody that's kind of like, that's okay with themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Because when they put that costume on, they become a different person, like you say. Like, you understand? When the makeup and everything come on, when they're feeling good about themselves, they become a different person. But it's a thin line, yo. It's a thin line. That's a funny one.
And I think we're within our right to know. But it's funny because, like, I was just watching another video.
You are within your right to know. That's for sure.
I was just watching a video, I think yesterday, and this young lady and this gentleman went on a date, and she was recanting how the date went. And one of the things he asked was like, is that a wig? Is that a weave? Do you have extensions? And she was offended. And he was like, not that it looks bad or anything. I just have certain preferences, and I'm just asking. I just like to know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
And she was offended, and as if he didn't have a right to ask. It feels like women trying to make it feel like you're crossing the line when you ask these things. But if it's important to you, it's important to me.
I guess since those things should be asked, I guess it's all about your delivery and the way you ask. You know what I mean? I can see myself being like really deliberate and direct with it. That's just the way I go about it. But these are things that you're gonna like. You're spending the rest of your life, or you plan on spending investing a lot of time with this person. You understand? If you close your eyes and you just think like, damn, man, I can't stand this, I can't stand that. Those are things that's probably going to cause you to just leave later on. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's very important, because some of these things that you look at, unfortunately, are things that can't be changed. And you don't have to tell somebody like, yo, I don't want to be with you because I don't like your hair. Like, you understand? You don't tell somebody that. You understand? You just, I guess, just don't be with them. That's the reason. Maybe that's your reason why. You call it shallow or not, that's your reason why. But guess what? That's an opportunity for somebody else who might not care about stuff like that. or that might not be the end all for them. So there is somebody for everybody. So in case somebody watching the video and being like, yo, that's kind of messed up, but this is just real.
He's definitely gonna say that's messed up.
Right. But it is the way it is. Like you haven't, there have been times where somebody didn't choose your ass because there was something about you that they didn't like. You wasn't tall enough. They didn't tell you. They didn't tell you you wasn't tall enough, but they didn't choose you because you wasn't tall enough. Or you know what? They don't like light skinned guys. They didn't tell you, but they didn't choose you because you was light skinned. I don't like dark skinned guys. They didn't tell you, but they didn't choose you because you was dark skinned. Yeah, whatever the case
those
is,
things. But see, the difference are, those things are easily identifiable. Like I can identify you're too short. I can identify you're too light, you're too dark. I can identify you're too heavy. Like I can identify those things. But the things we're talking about can't necessarily be identified visually. Right. So a lot of times it needs to be disclosed or it needs to be asked.
Right. But it's good. It's good. I mean, it is what it is, man. I like it though. I like it though, man.
I love it. But I love the difficulty but the acceptance of what it needs to be though.
Right. Because when you're honest with yourself, you're going to be more happy in the long run. But then you know what's crazy too is a catch-22. You can possibly like see everything like and be like, you know what? Like flaws and all, you can accept people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I can work with this. I like this. You know what I mean? Right. And I think you got to do that. You understand? You got to let it all out. Like, boom. Like, oh yeah, I like this. I like this, yo. You know what I'm saying?
That body positivity and
right.
don't be afraid to show your natural self, especially when you're hiding behind like 7 layers of makeup. Right. And you know who you are. Like you don't have to point you out. Like you know who you are. You spend 3 hours putting on your face, it's you.
Right. Like what? Like for example, I remember me like growing up. I couldn't talk to somebody. I never said it, but I would never talk to a female if I caught wax in her ears. If you have wax in your ears, it's like that's a done for me. Like I don't care how good you look. I always check behind like a female's ears. That's just my thing, checking her ear. If you got wax in your ears, you don't take care of yourself, yo.
Like you take it off your shoes, you got dirty socks.
Yeah.
Like,
so when I was young, there's a lot of women I ain't never talked to, all because there was this one time I saw wax in your ear, and that just turned me off. It is what it is. There's no reason for wax to be in your ear.
You the funniest, bro.
I'm sorry.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's little things. Yo, it's little things. People done turned you down. You didn't even know about it for the smallest of things. So when we bring up these things, this is a good conversation to me. I love it.
I'm just curious though. Did you tell the young lady with the wax in the ears like, yo, your wax buildup is definitely why I didn't go back?
No.
Or you never went back?
No, I just never went back. That's what I'm saying. I never went back, but it's cool to share these things. Like I would like to hear like what reason women didn't talk to certain guys. Like it'd probably be the smallest of things. But correct. You need to know these things. You need to understand like these particular things make you happy. So it's okay to bring it up. Like, I don't know, like when do you bring it up? First date, second date? I don't know when, but bring it up. It's good to bring it up, but it's the way you bring it up. You don't want to disrespect anybody. You don't want to belittle nobody, make nobody feel bad. But listen, if you like a certain look, if you like a certain thing, you got to go for what you like because it's only one life. And why have the headache of all of these other things, divorce and separation and long-term heartbreak and stuff like that? Because you didn't want to say, look, let me see what your real hair look like. Look, let me see what you look like without makeup on. Let me see what you look like without that wig on, without the weave in your hair. You know what I mean? Because I like, some people like natural beauty. Some people like natural beauty. Like I know one thing, like I've always been like an advocate of natural beauty. I don't care like what you look like, but I want to see what you look like. And a lot of guys are like that. I don't care what you look like, but I want to see what you look like. I don't want to see, you know, what you look like when you, like you said, when you put on the costume. You know, that costume gonna be on all the time.
That's the shit right there. See, that's the point I be trying to, like, when does it come off?
You know what the problem is? I think the problem really is the residue that the costume leaves. Like they were like, a woman be like, well, what do you mean the residue? Like you got so much makeup on, I can smell it on your face. You got so much stuff to hold that weave in your hair. I can smell it when you sweat.
Fact.
Like I smell it. Like that's the issue. You know what I mean? I smell it. It's like, nah, I'm gonna cut that. I'm being too mean. I'm being too mean. I'm gonna cut that. That's not useful. That's not useful. That's not useful. It's like,
yes, it is.
It's like I smell the residue.
Oh God, bro!
And you know the crazy thing. You know what the crazy thing is. The crazy thing is though. You know what? I am gonna keep it because the reason why you smell it, the reason why you use the residue, because you're supposed to wash that shit off, right? You're supposed to keep up with it, so you don't like when you know.
Correct. That is correct.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, man.
All in all, stop dressing up as somebody you're not. Stop putting on a different face. Definitely, I know it's Halloween. But this is why we need to stop it.
But why are you saying
keep putting on a different face?
Why are you saying stop though? Why are you saying stop? Keep doing what you're doing.
Unless you're gonna be straightforward. Unless you're gonna be prepared to fully disclose like what you're gonna look like when you don't have a costume on. Like, because is it all right? Do I get the costume 3 days a week? Is it 4 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 4 days off? Like only when we go out, which is not a problem. If I'm okay with what your natural self is.
Right. But you know what's crazy, man? It's back to what we talk about. Like, you got to work out, because all that same look you could get if you just working out, man. Seriously. Or just doing something, whether it's running.
It always goes back to working out.
Yeah, whether it's running, like you don't got to be the biggest like gym head or whatever the case is, but you got to be doing something because that look, those contours, those lines and stuff you want, you can get that just by, you know what I mean? Like carrying a certain body fat percentage, the body fat percentage that's best for you, probably. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of little things, but I don't know, man. It's hard nowadays to find like, and to see like somebody that's presenting themselves like as who they are, without all the like, like you said,
because like look where they're taking the leadership from, bro. Like, look, you see where the standard is being set at.
But that's where all the tension is, though. Like, why not?
Bro, only tension is only there because that's what's there. Like, it's dudes. Come on, bro. We're animals. It's food being flashed on the screen. Of course, we're gonna bite at it. But if that's all that's being shown on the screen, though. So that's all. So now that's all that's being shown. I'm like, I guess that's the standard. So I'm gonna try to duplicate that. And if I don't have that, I'm willing to do whatever to get to closest that I can get.
But is that all that's being shown now? Now they got the body positivity. They got other things being shown now. You know what I mean? So
there's only body positivity until either they lose weight or they get the money to have the surgery to look like everything else they see. Body positivity is bullshit, bro.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, man, tell us what you think about that. Like, how much is too much when it comes to the makeup, when it comes to the hair accessories or the tracks? I don't know what it is, man. Like, just how much is too much, and is it okay for men to ask like, can I see what you really look like with all of that stuff off? Like, can I see? Is that wrong to ask? That's all we're asking here. Just let us know. Please comment below. Hit that like button if you like what you watch. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this type of content. And thanks for watching. Say word. Peace.